about a year ago, I had dismantled my entire life. Not because it failed, but just because it wasn't it. So I left. It wasn't a bad life, actually. It was pretty incredible. I built something that most people are chasing. I had 12 acres, tractor, privacy, quiet. I built a permaculture paradise. It was mine, and it felt like home. I had chickens, a huge garden, beautiful produce, fruits, lots of space to do all kinds of projects, anything I wanted to do. Nobody to bother me. Everything was dialed in. It looked like I had it all together. And that's what made it harder to leave. But something just didn't feel right on the inside. Like I had built a life that made sense. Just not for me. I was in survival mode, living a life that wasn't 100% authentic, and it was burning me out. And so I started letting things go. Not all at once. And it wasn't easy. In fact, it was quite difficult. Just piece by piece. First the noise, then the distractions, and then all of the parts of my life that didn't feel aligned anymore. Started letting them go one by one. It truly was an emotional time for me. There was a lot of inner work searching for alignment. Anything that didn't feel right with my gut feeling, I started to just take away. I sold my house without really having another place to stay. I didn't know where I was going to go. I had a cargo van, and I went to 9 music festivals, camping out for almost a week at a time, just having a blast. I found that I really liked the van life, but a cargo van isn't really all that comfortable. Sort of like glamping. I got rid of most everything that I owned. Been a drummer. I got rid of all my instruments and drums that I built up over the years. That was hard. Also a pro DJ, mobile DJ. I do weddings and private events. Been doing that professionally for 10 years. And that doesn't work for a nomad. So I kept my DJ gear as a backup plan, put it in the storage unit. But all my personal belongings and furniture, I had to let that go. There was nowhere to put it. I gave away my chickens to some farmers who I made friends with nearby. And I sold my tractor, all my tools for taking care of the homestead. Downsized to a small storage unit and a Class B RV, which was an upgrade from the cargo van. I've been looking for a while, but those RVs are expensive. And right when I needed it the most, the perfect one showed up. I found one with 9,000 miles. It had been used only 2 or 3 times. I was able to pay cash for it, saved almost $100,000 below retail value if I had bought it new. The van turned into my new home. Finished off the festival season with the last one of the year at Chicory Hills Grassroots Festival in my new Class B RV. After that, it was pretty sweet. I had been dreaming about sailing and done several charter trips in the Caribbean over the last 15 years. Think about it all the time and have been researching it for years. Finally decided to go with that as part of my nomad life, along with the new Class B RV. Fully committed to something completely different. Everything is more difficult now and a lot more uncomfortable. Things you take for granted every day, a kitchen, a bathroom, a shower, they weren't always there. It was a lot less predictable and a lot more real. Now I'm a full-time nomad, living between my Class B RV, doing the van life thing down by the river. I bought a sailing yacht, which is in Portugal. Taking part in the Royal Yachting Academy certification program for skipper licensing. And I got accepted for an internship to become a dive master, getting dive master training for the next year or two, based in Lagos, Portugal. I'll be living on my boat, learning to sail, diving, meeting new people, dancing, hopefully starting a new DJ vibe there. I don't really know what that looks like yet. This isn't a travel channel. I'm not here to vlog every moment of my traveling experience. It's not about places, it's about a journey. It's about when you remove everything that's not essential. Kitty, 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 kitty. I had a life that worked. A home, land, structure, running 2 businesses. I had a version of success that most people spend their whole lives building. And I walked away from it. Not because it was bad, but just because there was more to life. So this channel is me trying to figure that out. How to live a full, ecstatic life in a minimalist way. You know, they say sometimes less is more. And I believe that's true now. The channel is me figuring that out in real time as we go. Through sailing, diving, music, and movement, we're going to explore what it looks like to live a minimalist life, meet other minimalists, hear their stories as we travel around the world. This isn't going to be the highlight reel version. It's going to be the real version. I'm going to show you all the mistakes, the challenges, the moments that don't make sense until later. And maybe, if you've ever felt that pull, like there's something more honest than the life you're living right now, then just perhaps this will resonate with you. So feel free to follow along. This is just the beginning. We'll see where it leads us together. Until next time, this is Captain Willie Goes Overboard. Let's feel something real.